Hello there. Y'all know I like to keep things straightforward and honest in my videos, so you should probably know going in here that this one was going to be called Teen Wolf So Gay and focus on the various LGBTQ plus characters, actors, and situations appearing on the show. But then I realized I don't know these people's truths, and I have no business assigning them a term based on my limited knowledge of their lives. So I've now morphed this video into one about behind-the-scenes stuff you might not know about Teen Wolf or might have forgotten, including the fact that an
adult entertainment
performer appeared on screen as a featured extra that one time back in Season 5. If you enjoy these behind-the-scenes looks at the making of Teen Wolf, consider subscribing to the channel and let me know in the comments. Number 5. Drag queens. Drag queens as far as the eye can see. Teen Wolf never hid its love of gay culture, and specifically drag queens. We saw these Atlanta performers at the Jungle nightclub in Season 2, and more drag performers from Los Angeles were cast to appear in Season 5. But do you remember the RuPaul's Drag Race contestant that appeared on Teen Wolf? In 2012, as Teen Wolf was ramping up filming of its second season in Atlanta, Georgia, RuPaul's Drag Race was entering its 4th season and firmly establishing itself as a cultural touchstone. So it was just a matter of time before Drag Race and Teen Wolf would collide. Atlanta-based actor and drag performer Brian Trapp competed on the 2011 season of Drag Race as Phoenix, and the very next year landed a small but very memorable role in the Teen Wolf episode Party Guest.
And you are?
We're here for the party.
In universe, this all came about because Styles apparently had Phoenix on speed dial and figured if anyone could save Lydia's birthday party from a dull doom, it was Phoenix and her friends.
Well, come on in.
Number 4. Teen Wolf cannot escape the 80s, most specifically 1985. While based on a 1985 film, the makers of the MTV TV series did everything they could to avoid overt comparisons to the original. But they couldn't help but dip back into the 80s again and again. The scene we just looked at from Lydia's birthday in Season 2 is lifted directly from the Anthony Michael Hall, Kelly LeBrock film Weird Science that was released in 1985.
We're here for the party.
Beacon Hills was also next door to a town called Hill Valley.
Hill Valley's under a flood watch.
I live in Hill Valley.
Hill Valley is the town from all 3 Back to the Future movies that all started in 1985. And we saw Derek impart this false bit of lore to Scott back in Season 1.
I need you to tell me the truth. Is there a cure? You have to kill the one that bit you.
Yeah, that whole "the cure is to kill the one that bit you" piece of fiction is directly from 1987's The Lost Boys.
Look, it says here that if you kill the head vampire, all half vampires will return to normal.
Then there's also the time Teen Wolf sent Lydia back to the 80s, which brings us up to number 3, when Teen Wolf filmed in a real-life colony for the feeble-minded. Yes, I know that term is insulting and horrible, but it's also historically important when talking about the location we're about to visit. When Teen Wolf was looking around for a place to film the devastation that was left behind when the Ghost Riders took almost every living soul from Canaan, they landed in Pomona, California, and the site of the former Lanterman Developmental Center. The Teen Wolf cast and crew filmed their visit to Canaan for the episode Ghosted back in May of 2016. They only had to travel about an hour from their studio to find a real-life ghost town. This collection of homes and medical facilities opened as Pacific Colony back in 1927 and was, in the language of the time, designed to warehouse the feeble-minded. The state of California describes the situation like this. Thinking feeble-mindedness to be a menace, the California legislature created Pacific Colony as a Southern California facility to detain the feeble-minded. People with developmental disabilities were inmates needing to be locked away from society forever because of their insanity. The present location welcomed the first 27 inmates on May 2nd of 1927. Over the years, as society gained a better understanding of mental illness and how to better and more compassionately treat those who experience it, the site expanded its service. The word inmates quickly became patients and then clients. The name changed from State Hospital to Developmental Center. The state facilities closed in 2014, and the site is now run by California State Polytechnic University, and it can be leased out for movies and television shows like Teen Wolf. Number 2, Jackson's Porsche was borrowed. Nothing is better television shorthand for stuck-up rich kid than to have him drive up in a luxury car. It's literally the way they introduced us to Jackson Whittemore back in season 1.
Watch the paint job.
This particular luxury car is very near and dear to the character.
Nice car.
Here's $1. Go find another parking lot to die in.
But it's also near and dear to its owner, Teen Wolf director and co-executive producer Russell Mulcahy. Knowing the character Jackson was destined to be a sort of bad guy for the first 2 seasons, Mulcahy lent his own 2009 Porsche 911 to the production to help establish Jackson as a spoiled teenage antagonist.
Hey, this isn't exactly an all-terrain vehicle.
Yeah, did you pay for it?
No.
Shut up.
Mulcahy has a long history with the iconic car brand. He used a Porsche 365A Speedster to help establish Connor McLeod's financial situation when he directed the 1986 sci-fi fantasy classic Highlander. A different model showed up in the less successful and hardly ever spoken of sequel, Highlander: The Quickening. Speaking of things we never talk about, we're now up to number 1, the
adult entertainment
star on Teen Wolf.
Well, the base pay is crap, but with tips you can make up to $1,000 in one night.
This featured extra in the process of applying for a job at the Cinema nightclub went nameless in the Teen Wolf episode Required Reading. But when he appears on screen for
adult entertainment
powerhouse Randy Blue, he goes by Brett Beckham.
Let's see what you got.
Now, me showing you clips of his non-Teen Wolf work would be a one-way ticket to demonetization. But here is a decidedly mild image of one of his professional credits from 2016. We're not giving his real name here because the Brett Beckham pseudonym seems to have retired after doing only a handful of
adult entertainment
films. And while he's instantly recognizable due to his numerous tattoos, I did not have the time to stalk every
adult entertainment
studio's website looking for this image to see if he's now going by another name. Given recent events and the rise of celebrity fan sites specifically designed for adult content, at least one other Teen Wolf star is now at least partially involved on the milder side of the industry. But back in season 5, this crossover was worth noting. Okay, that's it. Some of the stuff you probably knew. I've reported on it all before over at the Teen Wolf Wiki fandom site, but I'm sure it's new to some folks. For now, thanks for watching, and remember to do all the YouTube things. Like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe if you feel like it. I'll see you next time we go back to Beacon Hills.